Although the Chinese men's national soccer team is missing in this World Cup, there is absolutely no lack of Chinese elements. The Lusail Stadium, the final venue, was jointly constructed by China Railway Construction Corporation and Qatar HBK Company. The FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 is kicking off in Doha. This is the first World Cup held in Asia after the previous event held in South Korea and Japan 20 years ago, as well as another top international sporting event after the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics. This significant event in history has also seen the development of cooperation and trust between China and Qatar. Well, first, Chinese companies are responsible for the construction of the Lusail Stadium, the largest venue earmarked for the World Cup. Then, China has gifted Qatar 2 giant pandas for World Cup 2022. What's more, China's commodity hub Yiwu makes it to the Qatar World Cup by supplying 70% of soccer-related products. Chinese elements are almost everywhere in this sports event that the world is looking forward to. In today's video, let's take a look at what are the highlights of the modern high-tech stadium built by China. Although the Chinese team failed to enter the World Cup, another special team Yiwu from China also participated in this sporting event in another way. What did they do? Okay, let's take a look. This World Cup is the first time to be held in the Gulf region of the Middle East, and it is also the most expensive World Cup in history. Qatar has spent $229 billion to successfully host this World Cup. From the 1994 World Cup in the United States to the 2018 World Cup in Russia, a total of $55.9 billion was spent, while the cost of the World Cup in Qatar was equivalent to 4 times that of the previous 7 World Cups. The games will be held in 8 stadiums in 7 cities in Qatar, 7 of which were newly built for the World Cup and 1 has been completely renovated. The 8 stadiums have a combined capacity of 380,000 people, roughly equivalent to the total number of Qatari citizens. Among the 7 newly built stadiums, Lusail Stadium is the main stadium. The design is inspired by Qatar's traditional lantern decorations and date palm bowls, which looks like a golden bowl in the desert from a distance. The stadium can accommodate 80,000 spectators and is currently the largest stadium in Qatar. During the World Cup in Qatar, Lusail Stadium will host 10 games, including 6 group matches, a round of 16, a quarterfinal, a semifinal and the final. Lusail Stadium is the largest and most complex cable membrane structure building of its kind in the world. The stadium uses digital simulation technology to design and install an air conditioning and ventilation system, which can ensure the comfort of spectators and players even in the hot summer. Today, the spectacular Lusail Stadium has become a landmark building in Qatar, which makes Qataris proud. The stadium was featured on banknotes issued by the Central Bank of Qatar last December. The first time built in China appeared on a local currency. At the beginning of September this year, as more than 77,000 fans entered the Lusail Super Cup, the Lusail Stadium was officially opened. In addition to the Lusail Stadium, the new energy buses manufactured by Chinese companies will become the backbone of transportation guarantee work during the World Cup, helping Qatar implement the low-carbon and green concept of the World Cup. In addition, Chinese companies have also participated in the construction of drinking water tanks in Qatar. In order to enhance the storage and supply capacity of drinking water and provide clean water for the 2022 World Cup, Qatar built 15 of the world's largest drinking water pools in the desert. The project integrates seawater desalination, water storage, water delivery, and other functions. Each cistern is 300 meters long, 150 meters wide, and 12 meters high, roughly equivalent to the area of 9 football fields, with a single capacity of 500,000 cubic meters. It is certified by the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's largest drinking water pool. In addition, among the 8 World Cup stadiums, there is a stadium with a unique shape and magnificent colors, known as the Diamond in the Desert. It is the Qatar Education City Stadium, which was built by China. In addition, it is the first stadium to be completed in this World Cup. The Education City Stadium is located in the university city of Doha and can accommodate 40,000 spectators. Here will host 6 group matches, 1 quarterfinal and 1 quarterfinal. The entire stadium looks like a shining diamond, and the architectural design is taken from the facets of the diamond. The exterior wall is full of Qatari cultural style. It is composed of many triangular geometric patterns. The curtain wall will reflect different colors under the sun. No matter day or night, this diamond exudes an unparalleled beautiful luster. After the World Cup, the Education City Stadium will retain 25,000 seats for the university's sports teams. Now, let's take a look at the performance of the Yiwu team in this World Cup. Team Yiwu, the world's largest commodities center in East China's Zhejiang province, has already booked a place in the final by supplying competition products and millions of footballs to the tournament. According to the Yiwu Sports Goods Association, from the participating countries' flags for the top 32 teams to the trumpets and whistles for cheering, from soccer balls to jerseys, and from scarves to World Cup decorations, Yiwu manufacturing accounted for an almost 70% of the market share of all the items to be used in Qatar. Now, at the Yiwu International Trade City, shop owners are kept busy on their phones to communicate with foreign customers and domestic material providers on production. As the important soccer festival approaches, many Yiwu workshops are in full swing to supply products, and the majority of sellers are busy delivering their goods. In order to deliver the World Cup-related products to fans around the world as soon as possible, locals in Yiwu set up a specific transportation network in mid-September for the event. It takes about 20 to 25 days for World Cup-related products made in Yiwu to travel from Ningbo and Shanghai to Hamad Port in Qatar through the network. For many Yiwu-based sellers, the World Cup is always a peak season for sales, which also bolsters their businesses. When Song Jian, founder of Yiwu Dana's Import and Export Co., a Yiwu-based businessman focusing on soccer jerseys, is one of them. The busiest times came in July, August and September when he has to add one more shift for workers to work from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. and dispatch excess orders to other 8 factories to facilitate production. Over 20 categories of made-in-China products will largely benefit from the World Cup, according to AliExpress, an online retail platform under Alibaba Group. More than 10 million items, such as soccer-themed playing cards, beers, clothing, small flags, and festival-related products, are already available on the online trading platform for overseas market. In the past month alone, sales volume of soccer clothes in Brazil market increased by 680%, with a seller on AliExpress selling more than 10,000 soccer jerseys within a week, and the sales volume of soccer boots sold to the United Arab Emirates increased 200% in the past month. If there were no World Cup, the turnover of a year might have been merely 20 million yuan, $2.8 million. But in the last few months before the World Cup, we have probably far exceeded that turnover, not to mention other revenues, said one. Yiwu Dana's Import and Export Co. has received 2 million orders for soccer jerseys from overseas markets for the 2022 World Cup. So far, all orders have been shipped. In a nutshell, in Yiwu, all soccer-related business is running brisk. So, what do you think of the performance of the Chinese team in this World Cup? Well, thanks for listening. See you next time.